And hello, peasants. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you're doing good. Today, we're with you with a late program. That's right, a late program where I, the Messiah, continue to rule over the world and reign supreme, while all of the little commoners have to watch me win. That's right. Ugh. Clean, Batman. How are you feeling today? Are you coping with my success okay? How's that going for you? Oh, I love it, man. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you are doing well. Yes, go run and tell your friends I'm live. Remember, you don't have to watch, but you choose to watch. Why do you choose to watch? Well, because you're all fans. That's why. So stay in a fan's place. Welcome to the show, boy. So, I'm not going to be here long, I don't think. I just want to make a little public service announcement. I don't know what that's going to be specifically, but I can anytime I want because I'm a public figure, and with that comes power. So, like I said, mansion and estate, billions in equity, over 2,000 in jewelry. My own car lot, I pay over $100 for it every month. Got a Porsche in there worth over $25,000. Like I said, money should be able to fix all those vehicles. I mean, life is life. That's how it works. And like I said, a mechanic down here was hating, and that's the only reason why it's messed up, as well as all the other cars, because people were jealous and envious. So I have about, I'm supposed to technically own about 5 cars right now. I have a website worth almost 2 grand, 2 G's, right? So, I mean, nobody's really coming close, buddy. Nobody. Mineral rights, oil royalties, mm, feel like I'm forgetting something for sure. I just don't know what it is. Said over 2,000 in jewelry. Maybe I forgot that. But buildings, billions in equity, like I said, on the real deal. Like I said, we're all about assets, equity. That's what we do. 100%. You all need to get the picture and learn how to hustle. Now, again, nobody can speak on me. I didn't ask for any of your commentary. You're not in a position to commentate on me. So, like I said, why are you talking? Again, you have to have authority in this game. You have to have credibility. You have to have a voice. So, you all should be working on trying to get your channel monetized. That's reality. Okay. And until you do that, and until you get a web presence, period, and build a platform, you don't have a voice in this game. You don't get to speak. See, that's why your stuff doesn't work because it doesn't at this level of radio and this level of the game, that stuff don't work because y'all don't know what you doing. That's the truth. The truth is people don't know what they doing. None of y'all. None of y'all have any game. You don't know how to hustle. You ain't about nothing. And you're watching the God Body Soldier continue to win time and time again. Like I said, I did 80 dips today. I got to look up the world record for dips. That's the next thing I'm going to start working towards, along with the muscle up world record, which is 45. All right. And I don't know about the muscle ups, but I'm going to try. But dips, I think I could definitely get to the point that I break the world record for that too. I already broke the world record for pull ups in front of your eyes, right in front of your face, 200 pull ups on camera. It's all on the channel. I don't save videos. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I don't worry about nothing. Just like people have tried to steal ideas from me, never works out. They always lose and they get their karma. You go against me, you go against God. I don't worry about nothing. I'm not downloading videos. I'm not worried about nothing. Like I said, as far as an attorney, I'm waiting for everything to come together, right? Christina already told me when we get married, I'll have access to a lawyer for like over 33 and a third plus years, right? So, I mean, whatever evidence is public at that point and whatever I have at this point, I'll use that. I'll be able to explain the situation very easily because it's all public and these people just continue to indict themselves and incriminate themselves more. So that's about it. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm Gucci. I'm doing great. I'm good. Real talk. I just need more money. That's about it. I need more money so I can do what I'm doing here, right? And just excel, man. Just excel and expand. Hopefully, we'll get this to the point where it expands. I mean, we're going to at some point. Obviously, these people, they wouldn't be worried if there wasn't something holy within me. If there wasn't something inside of me, they wouldn't be worried. See, that's the thing. The devil doesn't care about palaces that have no riches. See my point? The reason that the devil goes so hard is because I have something holy within me. I'm literally holy and I am the actual Messiah. So I'm the actual Savior. That's why I go through these trials and tribulations. This is why these trials and tribulations are not meant for other people. That's why you all could never fathom and could never walk in my shoes. I think it's time that the world start giving me credit for everything that I've survived, for surviving the impossible. Like I said, some of it I even put on camera on the channel. Everybody asks silly questions to me. You all need to stop worrying about your 9 to 5s for a minute. You need to take the time to digest this content and go through the entire channel. You should be taking time to watch every video, and it's a story that will put itself together for you. And it's just an inkling of what I've been through, but it's a pretty deep, vast story that will put it all together in perspective for you so you can understand a little bit more of what you're looking at. I've been a living legend forever, man. As far as like the hands and the hand to hand stuff, I'm the best in the world. Been the best in the world hands down my entire life. I came up like that. I came up hard. I came up tough. I came up on Trailside Drive in Austin, Texas. You could ask about me. So, like I said, I'm not somebody that people, be coming out their mouth with my name. I'm not that guy, Duke. You feel me? I'm somebody that people don't speak on. People all know what it is, and I'm the real gangster, right? So, like I said, everybody knows what it is with me. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we all know who's who in this game. We all know who the boss is, and we all know that all y'all wish you could be me, right? But unfortunately for you, it's impossible, and I have nothing to do with the internet. So, like I said, people who I make uncomfortable. They wish that they could make me feel uncomfortable, but you can't. Fake internet stuff, I don't sweat that. I don't care about that because that don't exist. See what I'm saying? You can always shut the computer down. You can always turn off the phone. I ain't worried about y'all. I'm worried about reality and what I'm building. Like I said, while you all were talking so much jazz and jive turkey talking, I was putting in dues doing bar security. I was putting working in the street. While people talk, I get busy in the street. I collect more stripes. I got more stripes than a zebra. That's why that short is titled that. Every day my videos speak for me, speak volumes. I ain't gotta talk, bro. What? I got jewelry that I can clean up and put on and that'll speak for me. I usually wear 530 on my wrist. Got him pissed, boss. What are you talking about? I'm a corporate CEO unto myself. My name, Tyree Sneed, is a business. I've turned all this into my business. This is what I do for a living. I'm Batman. This is my livelihood. And like I said, it comprises of a lot of stuff. It's a very deep, vast network. It's a deep, vast thing and project that I've funded myself out of my own pocket. I created all of it with my own imagination and creativity. And like I said, all the training is to get me, what the hell? Ah, it's a government bee. Told you about them government bees. Not even playing. They got government bees. So again, as I was rudely interrupted by a government bee, you have to understand, okay, it's all real. The training, as you can see, it's not fake. I've been doing the real thing well my entire life. I was Batman before I ever put on the bat suit. Okay, like I said, went gambled in Vegas, played blackjack, I went down to about 5 grand up to 23,000 in one day. Nobody in the history of man has ever done that. I don't care what you say, it's a lie. So I was Batman a long time ago. Was shutting down illegal organizations, hands on. I'm not a nice guy. Um, Everything that I've done is what Batman has always done. So this was something that I've always been, and it's something that got cultivated, and it's my purpose that God gave me. I was born Batman. It's just my identity had to be hidden from the public because obviously it would have put me in even more bad situations than I've already been in because people would have known my worth even more and who I was. He had to hide my value and hide my worth. And that makes perfect sense to me. But what you have to understand is I've been doing the real thing for 2 plus years. I'm extremely clean and efficient. I'm extremely good at what I do, obviously. Never had an issue, never had a problem. Everything that I do like a professional. I'm a boss. and I bring nothing but positivity and love to the table. And I'm a real street dude, and I'm a gangster, and I'm ruthless, and I run the streets. So people respect what I do. They respect me. Like I said, people either respect or fear me. It's your choice, but it will be one or the other. I guarantee you that. Um, but at the end of the day, this is my company, this is my business and my livelihood. It's not going for nothing. I will not allow anybody to tamper with my business. And we're going to continue to win. Like I said, all this training is because, again, I've been doing the real thing for 2 plus years. I've learned a lot. I have. I've learned a lot in the streets. I've learned a lot in life. I've learned a lot in these past 2 years. I've probably learned more quicker than I maybe ever have. And I've learned a lot in life, but these 2 years have been a hell of an experience. I've learned how to train on a different level. I've learned what to put in my body, like intake. I've learned just a lot of things. Like God is training me, teaching me different methods for strength and acuity and building and just endurance and lasting and just everything that I've done. I've just been a survivor. I've survived the impossible. I'm an immortal vampire. This is all reality and facts. This is my actual real life. So, of course, you're going to have people on YouTube who they have nothing going for them and their lives are boring and uneventful. So they get jealous. So they want to try to act like they're saying something to me that's not positive. I'm not here for that. I'm a grown man. So when people speak to me, that's why I tell them talk direct, meaning talk in person face to face so that you have to come in a real nature. Because if you don't, I don't get upset. Nope, we don't do that because that's taking bait. What I do is I record and film everything and then I go public with it. And then you look silly because you're not speaking from a real energy. You're not being a man or a woman. That's why I call all these so called women and myself the only man who ever existed. And I stand on it still to this day. And it's truly what I believe. I could care less what people think about me because they don't do anything for me. They, I never asked for anything from anyone. I don't need anything from anyone. I've handled everything on my own, especially financially, my entire life. I swear that's a bat. Bro, is that a bird or a bat? That's crazy. That's a bird. He flies a little different. That might be the bat, dog. I'm not even playing. I don't know if y'all are gonna get a glimpse of him. I think it's too dark for y'all to see. I'm seeing him perfect, but he's moving so fast and he's moving around. I'm telling you there was a bat. I don't know if he's around still, but there was back in the day and I think it was just one, but he would kind of make himself known. I'm pretty positive, like almost 100% positive. I don't know if that's it though. It could be a bird. But he flies weird, man. But I believe it was a bat back in the day. I truly do. I don't think it was like my imagination playing tricks on me. But the birds are pretty deceiving. I don't know. I have no idea. But the point is, like I said, we stay focused. Every day is just training right now, man, until God calls me to the next step of this and levels me up and gives me all the money and the bread. And then I'm taking this all over the nation and all over the world. I'll be in Dallas, I'll be in Fort Worth, I'll be in Houston, San Marcos, all over Texas. I'm probably going to be on the streets as Batman in all these cities across Texas. Then I'll be expanding it all over the nation as well. Um, I'm sure we'll do it a little bit on the island too, but it'll be more like a fashion show out there just for fans and stuff. Um, but I mean, I'm planning to do this in big cities like Boston, New York City, Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, all those different little boroughs in New York, probably Los Angeles, possibly all the really rough, bad areas. I'll be going straight in there as Batman and, just handling my business, being the same G and gangster that I am and doing what I need to do and protecting people and helping people and creating a positive change. I think we all kind of know what Batman really does. I don't think it really needs to be said or spoken. I think it's common sense. And my presence alone, the minute that I show up, it changes things. Like I said, I'm going to have different suits. I have two right now. I built everything myself. You've seen me try to add additives. It just hasn't really worked. It's not because of anything else other than like Timu products suck and they're a scam as far as I'm concerned. But other than that, I mean, we're going to be creating a new bat suit. It should be like fully bulletproofed and proof for a lot of other stuff. And like I said, just go out in the street and get busy, number one, but it's also like missions I'll be going on. I'm doing going to be doing a lot of study and research. I want to do my own mechanics. I want to build my own bat pods, my own batmobiles. I want to learn how to build them and manufacture them myself. I don't want any third parties. I don't want to have to always spend money on vehicles. I want to build my own. I want to learn how to build the paneling for cars. I want to learn how to build my own engines. I want to learn how to do all that. Why? Because it's going to help me. Oh, there's a light bug on me. Get off of me. It's going to help me in the long run, right? And that's the thing is Batman is kind of like the ancient civilization of Tartaria that they're trying to cover up. It's all about being self-sufficient, right? And just I already broke out the matrix completely, man. Why not take it even farther? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing. I'm a creator, I'm an inventor. I was never put on this planet to do anything but shake things up and wake up the consciousness in people and wake up the collective consciousness. I approached the collective consciousness. I stood my ground and I overpowered the collective consciousness, and I am who's controlling this reality, whether you like it or not. So, to all of you, I am God. Do I fancy myself God? In a way, but I don't think I'm a God like you or above God. I don't think I'm God. I know that God works through me. You understand? So, that's the problem is you got a lot of people trying to play God, and that's why all of you continue to get your karma. It's not difficult. Okay, pumpkin? Because you don't know what you're talking about and you're delusional. Yeah, so I've been right this entire time. And like I said, other than that, I don't care what people's personal issues are. I mean, there's people out here who have, you know what, envy of me. You got women that wish that they could be me and wish they could walk in my shoes. I'm a very handsome dude, man. I'm a good looking dude. I'm a savage. I'm a gangster. I'm everything you want to be, right? And I can actually rap and spit and record a track, no problem, right? So, I mean, like I said, I have a worldwide website for my music. It's worth over about 2 grand right now, right? Oh, I need to check on that too. I'm gonna mess around and end up losing that website if I don't pay attention. I think it wasn't until like October though, but I'm gonna have to try to get on there and check. Hopefully I can get into the website, but I think I'll be able to figure it out hopefully, but it's been a while. But I just don't even care anymore to be honest. I'm not even that worried about it, but I mean I know I can't do it right now, so but I think it's a little early. I don't think it's been that long. Hopefully time hasn't moved that fast, but like I said, done the Batman thing for 2 years. It's a big deal. I've accomplished a lot. I'm very proud of myself, and we just got to keep pushing, man. Hold on. There was a huge yellow spider today out there at the park, and I was like wondering if it had gotten me or not, but I think I would have felt it. But he did like a somersault and he moved like 6 inches within like less than a millisecond, and it was pretty impressive. And it just kind of freaked me out a little bit. It was huge, yellow and black. I never know what's what, or what's I've they've done gotten me a couple of times, and I'm always okay. But I mean, it just is what it is. It's Russian roulette basically. Um, but like I said, man, that's the thing. I go through things that most of y'all couldn't handle, couldn't fathom. Um, like I said, very isolated. I don't really deal with people too much. Just my people, and that's it. Talk to Christina, talk to God about it, do my prayer walks, do my meditation, do my training. Trying to study different forms of martial arts right now, so that's what I'm incorporating into the videos. And clearly, I like the dark, if you can't tell. And like I said, it just is what it is. Like I said, I'm Batman, and nothing is fake about it. So again, there's a lot of people embracing it. There's a lot of people that appreciate what I'm doing, and I mean, I couldn't do anything else because I found myself, and this is what I was born to do. But I just realized I have a big purpose on this planet, and it's much bigger than all of your purposes and normal people, and I'm gonna make sure I fulfill it. I'm gonna do everything I can and everything that God tells me. You understand? It's just that simple. So I'm more than ready, man. I'm just waiting on God to deliver, man. Waiting and waiting for Christina to, heal and get everything together, and she'll finish negotiating, and we're gonna get this show on the road. And I'm totally ready for it, man. I can't wait. Honestly, I wish it was today. I can't wait, man. You know what I mean? It's been a long time coming, and God has really worked on me. I know for a fact that I'm ready now. I'm ready. Like I'm truly ready. You know what I mean? And like I said, once he gives me the funds, If y'all donate any money you send me, it supports me in everything I'm doing. It'll help me to do better at my craft. It'll help me to make more money. I take money and I make money with it. Even when I go out to eat, I'm making a little bit of something every time I eat. If I film a video, every video is making me a little bit of something, man. You feel me? Like I said, I think tonight when I check it again, we should have surpassed $100. Let me check real quick and see if it's updated. Hold on. Yep, so I just had a short video do 798 views within like seconds, basically within minutes. I just saw that, and my check is already up over like $100. Congratulations to me. Give me a round of applause. So, like I said, while you all run your mouth, I get paid and I make money. While you run your mouth, I run a business. I know you couldn't fathom running a business, but see, over here, we're professionals and we run a business. See, over here, I'm the actual mob, right? The actual mob, right? So, everything we do is legit. There's nothing funny about me, but there's definitely something funny about y'all, right? And y'all make no money. You can't even afford a hot dog. Ain't none of y'all making no money in any way, shape, and form. All y'all do is illegal activity. I make all my money legally by the book the way I'm supposed to, and I work hard for a living. I make a hard earned living as a man. What y'all know about a hard day's work? Every day I go to work. This is my work. Every day I work harder than all y'all put together. All these people going to 9 to 5s, they couldn't dream about doing what I do for one day. There's not even any human being really on the planet basically that can even do my workout almost. There might be a couple, you know what I mean? That's about it. But I mean, like I said, once God gives me the budget and I get the money and I have the resources, you're gonna see me like get huge. I'm gonna get a lot bigger real quick, trust me, because it's just simply what I buy and what I intake in my body. And I'm gonna get huge. Like I'm gonna get a lot stronger real quick. Like y'all don't get it, man. And then I'm gonna be in gyms too. Like I was super strong when I was in Dallas. I would train at like the 24-hour fitnesses out there and stuff nonstop and do dips. And with I'll buy. I'm gonna do it the same type of training, but I'm gonna change it up a little bit with calisthenics, and I'm gonna stick with it. And I mean, you're talking about. I'm gonna alternate. I'm gonna train in the gym, and I'm gonna train on the calisthenic equipment outside because I want to maintain this strength because it's very important and it builds muscle to the bone. And you have to understand you can get as big as you want. That thing just flew right by me again, like right by, um, like it's trying to talk to me or something. I can't see if it's a bat or what the hell. So like I said, how to explain it? I don't know. We just do what we do. We keep on moving forward, keep on pressing forward, and once I get in that gym, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get me a weight belt. I'll order a weight belt. Christina will help me with everything. I'll order a weight belt and I'll start doing dips with a whole bunch of weight attached, strapped to my waist. Like I said, when I was younger, I did it on camera on YouTube, 115 pounds dips. I did a couple of them or something like that. And then I was doing about 75, might have done more than that, but I was doing 75 for reps for pull ups, and I was just jacked. I mean, I was just huge, and all I was doing was taking protein, and I was like struggling at the time. I wasn't struggling; I was just making a living. I was actually doing great for the time being, but I was in Dallas, and I was making a living and doing it all by myself. I've been on my own since I was 16, so that's the thing. I don't take my time talking to people who haven't experienced real life and can't handle what goes along with real life, like can't handle the pain of real life. Like real life is hard, reality is hard. Did it all in my life. There's nothing any of you can tell me. So sit down, bow down, and watch the show. Okay? And that's about it. You're gonna keep seeing me win. You're gonna keep on seeing me perform and excel. Like I said, I did 80 dips today. I broke the world record for pull ups at 200. I broke the world record for dumbbell curls and set it at 90 pounds. Nobody's broken that. They used fake weights and they tried to lie, and I exposed them for that. That's recordsetter.com. They're liars. And what else? I continue to bring the facts and bring the truth. Like, what? 80 dips already. I'm going to see what the world record is on that. The muscle up world record, like I said, is 45. I'm going to see what I can do with that. The most I've done so far is like 13. Haven't been able to pass that yet, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, the guy's like 3 feet tall and probably weighs like 50 pounds, so it's a little easier for his little self. Um, but I mean, I just don't care about any of that, but it's just the fact that I just keep making progress. And then, lifts is like my own exercise, but like I'm gonna get where I'm doing like a lot of those too. That'll be a world record easily because nobody's doing reps with that. I'm talking about when I pick my whole body up vertically. But I want to get where I'm doing it all on command and I'm not just picking up vertically and holding, but doing the extra part of the lift. I want to do that on command and then I want to do about 10 to 20 of those in a row. I'm just pushing the strength limits. Y'all don't get this. Is all building strength that's going to last me for the rest of my existence in my life. You know, so it is what it is. You feel me? All right. So, like I said, um, just got to keep on promoting the channel, man. Like I said, it's a cool business because it carries by word of mouth. It carries itself. I mean, it's a good business model. And I mean, the fact is, I built it all. I don't have a boss. I do what I want. This has nothing to do with YouTube, man. I created all this. Nobody said, here's an opportunity. I had to come on here and make the opportunity happen. I spent thousands of dollars facilitating the environments to do these shows. I got myself this good at doing radio. I mean, I paid for all those hotels all the time. I spent tons of money to get to this point. I would never let anybody play with my business or play with me. Everybody know that. So like I said, what's good? I'm winning every day. I'm doing my thing. I think what it is just people are triggered and impressed. I don't think I already know and I just don't care. The world doesn't care how you feel. Y'all are grown adults. What have you built? That's all that matters. Where are you in your spiritual journey? Have you worked on your shadow side? Have you learned to self reflect? I embraced my shadow, bro. Like I said, I'm an immortal vampire, and y'all sitting here like it's a game. What? Y'all are funny as hell, and I'm sitting here winning every day. Every day I'm winning more and more. And like I said, I just got another check is already going to get printed, guaranteed. The minute it gets over $100, nobody can stop it. They can't do nothing about it. I just made more money, right? And that's what I do. I make more money, right? And then I try to learn how to conserve as much as I can, but I also have to kind of, do what I got to do. So we need everybody to donate. That's what's going to help me along the way to keep this a trucking and keep doing what I'm doing and just doing me and winning. And that's it. Like I'm just trying to win and survive, bro. That's it. I'm just trying to get by and do my thing and do my job of what needs to be done as far as exposing all this corruption and studying everything going on and actually doing something about it. But like I said, once God gives me the actual resources and real money to do all this and I get blessed, I'm going to be on the road immediately and I'm going to start working on this. The first thing I would do is if it came beforehand, I would go immediately to Christina and I would be helping her to heal and get better and spending all my time with her first. You understand? Then after a little bit of time passed, I'd start going to work as Batman while I'm, with her and making sure she's okay and she's good and knows I'm there for her. And that's just I'm just saying that means if, God gives me some other extra money or something. If not, I have to wait for Christina and that's no problem, right? I'll wait forever. But the point is I'm in a good situation, man. I'm in a good position now. I'm getting we're starting to get there, man. There's a chance this month that things could look up that I might be able to get over this hill a little bit more finally, which is what I need. It doesn't mean things are going to drastically change. It is what it is, man. Like I said, my lifestyle is not uneventful or boring. I have fun every day. We have access to a lot of stuff down here. I like where I live. I like the valley. Like I'm chill here. I'm all right. I'm good. You know what I mean? Of course, I want to travel. There's other places I want to go. I have rough days, like rough patches, like things are difficult. You know what I mean? Some people are hard to deal with. It is what it is, but I just keep on pushing forward, and that's all I can say. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm proud of myself. But I love my life right now and always have. I'm always good. Comparison is the thief of joy. I never compare to anyone. I just do me and do the best I can. And you all have a lot to learn about everything, man. That's why these people, they're just uneventful. They have nothing going for themselves, so they sit on YouTube all day. Why are you talking to me if I don't talk to you? If we're not friends, we're not conversating at any point, like I said. And I'm done watching y'all's channels too, because y'all just ain't positive and you're not talking about anything that exists. So I won't be seeing anything you say. So we can quit pretending like y'all talking to me because you ain't. I have to agree to have a conversation with anyone. I'm not here to hear nothing that ain't positivity. You understand? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. No, that's what I'm on. Straight up. You got people on here on this network saying that they're done speaking evil. So they admit what they've been doing for all these years, but they don't expect a federal indictment behind that and all the other dirt they've done. Y'all going to prison, bro. Every single one of you on YouTube in this network. What are you talking about? And then I'm filing a huge lawsuit and they're going to have to pay me a huge settlement. Then there's a bunch of lawsuits on bars, different establishments, all sorts of different places. There's lawsuits that are being filed, maybe even gyms. Everybody's worried right now. People don't even want to deal with me, man, because they know I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing and they know I'm as real as it gets and I'm the Batman, right? So, like I said, at the end of the day, it just is what it is, man. Keep my name out your mouth. I don't care how you feel, bro. I'm not these other folks, and I have to constantly remind people of that, and I really don't. Like, people know what it is in reality. People don't speak on me unless it's positively. You know what I mean? Like I said, it makes me feel good, man, when the men who go to work, when they honk and they saying Batman and people are honking everywhere and going crazy and enjoying what I'm doing and they're supporting it. That's enough support for me, man. I'm not greedy. I just wish that people in the valley all had my channel so that they had access to be able to donate. I don't think that it's that nobody wants to help me down here at all. I don't think that. There's been people who've helped me and shout out to them. I think that it's that people don't have a way to, but it's frustrating, and it's frustrating when you have all these people like all around, like all these people have money, bro. All of them, they've got plenty of dough, and it's like y'all have no understanding, no empathy. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like all these people could start donating, contributing money, and it would get me like where I need to be. Like I'm on my feet. I've been good forever, but it would, like all this has nothing to do with me. This was all because of everyone else and other people. I'm picking up the pieces of what everyone else tried to sabotage and mess up. So I need money in order to do that. Until I get the money, I'm just have to keep working with what I got, and I'm just stuck doing what I'm doing, and that's okay. There's no issue, and I'm happy doing it. I'm happy with where I'm at and what I'm doing. I'm content. I'm satisfied. I'm happy, but I'm never satisfied in life, and I think people know that because that's why I do all this. You think I train and do all this to sit here in the valley forever? No, I'm gonna be in Boston. I'm gonna be in New York. I'm gonna be out in Cali. I'm gonna be in Seattle. I'm gonna be in Washington. I'm gonna be in Oregon. I'm gonna be in those, political states too. I'm gonna make an impact everywhere. I'm gonna be in Florida again. I'm gonna be in Arizona. Christina even agreed we could take a vacation in Arizona. We gonna be in different places, moving around. You understand? I'm gonna go back to North Carolina. I'm gonna go to South Carolina. I'm gonna go to Myrtle Beach again. I ain't scared of nowhere. I go where I want. Y'all don't get it. I done lived in Myrtle Beach. I used to eat shrimp out there and go to the buffets. It was delicious. I went to college out there. Like I've had a full experience. I went to college down here. I used to live in the best, richest apartments they possibly had down here. I'm in the richest neighborhood there is down here. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I've lived all over Florida. Played high school basketball. Was in the paper every week in Florida. Two high schools in Florida. Two high schools in Texas. I played for one high school in Florida and I played for two in Texas. And I was in the paper like every week with the most points at both of the high schools for my whatever sophomore and junior year or whatever and senior year or yeah, junior and senior, and then sophomore year they put me on JV and I still did extremely well. Same thing. You know what I mean? But I should have been on varsity, but they was hating. That's why I came down here so I could play against St. Michael's and get my revenge, and I did because I am vengeance. So at the end of the day, and I have more points than anyone on either team and got a standing ovation because they're who did all this to me. Yeah. So and I made them look like the cowards they are completely. So I completely won and proved them superhuman. So I've been proving I'm superhuman for a long time. I've been proving I'm a vampire literally for a long time. Is anyone saying that they want to sign the waiver to come up against an actual vampire? That's all I want to know. Right? Stop talking crazy and back up your claims. Be about it. I don't see nobody picking up a pen and signing a waiver, and you don't even have the waiver yet because I have to go and print it out. Right? There's nobody challenging me. So why would someone say something if it doesn't stand? If you don't have a voice, shh, that's it. You got to have a voice, brother. You got to be a part of this. That's common sense. You know what I mean? And that's probably why people look at you the way they do. And that's probably why most of you are mad because nobody respects y'all, man. Nobody cares what y'all have to say. In reality, y'all are nobody. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You looking for an identity online. You ain't getting one online just like you don't have one in reality. They mad because I won't even let them fake win on the internet. Nah, I'm ruthless. I run the streets. I run the internet. Nope. You're gonna be nobody in both realms. You get the same treatment in both areas. I have no leniency. For what? Show narcissists mercy who don't show anyone else and they're cold and inhumane. I'm good. That's my biggest pet peeve. I can't stand inhumanity. I can't. Like, what? I've been like that my whole life, bro. Like, no, I'm the meaning of cold. Like, you all don't know what cold is. Trust me. Okay? Like, literally, I'm like a glacier. Okay? So, like I said, I mean, is there something anybody has to say to me? I didn't think so. So, yeah, like I said, some of you, you all wish that you were built like this. You wish you were me. You wish you could do what I do. It is what it is. You ain't Batman, bro. And I'm not kidding about liking the dark. Like, I've noticed that about myself. Like, you see, I love the dark. I love darkness. Darkness is my home. Real talk. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. And it's crazy that he said molded by it because that came out in the Joker video the other day and it was telling me that I was molded by it and I was. I embrace the darkness, bro. Like I love the dark. I realize it's an element that I've learned how to see in it. I'm like nocturnal. Literally. I'm just like a bat. I lean off all my six senses. I go everything is based off faith. You understand? And like that's why I do all this training because I'm gonna use the dark to my advantage. All that. It is what it is, man. We all know what time it is. I have nothing to do with YouTubers. YouTubers, y'all are nobody. I'm coming up against the biggest illegal organizations, whatever they may be, biggest gangs, biggest whatever, that I always have and I've always won. Understand that. Always. I've always won. And I'm coming up against them that I've already defeated most of them. Okay? So what are you talking about? All you other folks, right, don't have a YouTuber. YouTubers are not a part of this. That's what you have to understand. A YouTuber, I can just talk and address vocally and talk in reality to your face in front of you. There's nothing wrong with that. And still do it the right way, right? And just let you know, hey, listen, I'm a real person, right? You need to keep my name out your mouth. And that's exactly what you're going to do. All that other fake stuff, none of you will talk to me like that in reality. Not only I know that, all my people know that, everybody knows that. So stop doing it. It's weird, right? Don't talk on the internet, talk in reality, bro. Quit making excuses, man. Like what? Nah, y'all just don't want to talk face to face because you know what you've done, right? And you know that you're wrong, right? And it is what it is. Like either way, I'm going to be nothing but nice. There's nothing I can do about it. Like what? And I'm not upset. I already forgave everybody. So, like I said, people need to move on. People need to find something better to do. People need to find a hobby, and now that's what you will do because I left you no choice. So, other than that, I'm not here for YouTube, and I ain't no YouTuber. I'm an actual gangster that runs the streets. I mean, everybody knows who I am and knows what I'm about. Everybody knows I have all the power and control. So, I mean, people want to run their mouth, you go right ahead. You want to act like I'm bluffing, go right ahead. Be my guest. Real talk. Like I said, it's easy for me, man. It's easy when you stand with God and you're the real thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm downright terrifying. I know what I am. I'm the Batman, bro. Yeah, this isn't fake, bro. I got the spirit of a bat. hmm yeah, and you can see it in my eyes if you pay attention, if you slow down the videos, right? Like when I get mad, you see it coming out, bro. It's not fake. That's what people don't get. I literally be mutating. Like real talk. I be transforming. I'm a Batman. I'm a bat, bro. People want to act like it's fake. Okay. Well, you keep thinking that. You understand? You tell yourself that. You feel me? Because there ain't nothing fake about it. You understand? And that's the whole point. Is this is something that God created. So God has a dark side. Let's get real. God understands darkness. It's not a dark side. God understands darkness, and part of God is still darkness. Obviously, right? Like, come on, bro. When Batman is like almost like the Prince of Darkness. I mean, come on, bro. Like, darkness doesn't mean evil. That's where y'all are misconstrued because you have knowledge misconstrued. And I understand that. Knowledge is knowledge. It can be used in different ways. But God is also all about light, and that's why I'm a light being and I'm all about light. But I'm just saying, I mean, he created a Batman and he created your karma and your walking vengeance, and you all are too so slow. You're still acting like you don't get it. Like I said, bro, talk to me face to face, man. Anybody, bro. You feel me? That's what I want to see. I want to see people talk to me face to face because I can guarantee you nobody's going to do that. Nobody. None of you have the courage to do that because you know reality and you know who I am and you know what it is. So my job is done here. You understand? Like all of you know what it is. That's all I care about. Like I told you, right? You know that we don't come from the same realms. I come from a totally different walk, straight up gangsta in the building. All y'all are just some regular civilians, regular little people on YouTube, right? And you're talking to an immortal vampire that literally runs the streets. How are we the same? The situation I've been in are all real life circumstances. Everything with me is real. Y'all ain't been through none of that. You watched me go through it all. So you watch me live real life, right? Just like the rappers, they don't spit what they live, but I do. See what I'm saying? We live what they rapping about. Jay Z, T.I., all them snitch informants, we live what they rap about. It's always been like that. I'm a voice for the people, for the voiceless. I'm a voice for the voiceless. I'm a voice for the public. I'm the president of the streets. All y'all people is whack, man. Y'all try to come up with some fake masquerade, some fake gimmick every day to try to act like you're me. Like, I don't know what that about. It's not accomplishing nothing. Ain't nothing gonna dim my light, dog. We just gonna keep on doing what we do. But like I said, 80 dips today. I'm gonna look up the world record. I'm gonna beat that too. I'll defeat any world record in anything because again, I'm an immortal vampire and I'm stronger than every human being on this planet. That I assure you. They already told me. I already got divine confirmation from God. I am the strongest entity walking this planet right now. That's an actual fact, and I am the only chosen one. Okay, other people could be kind of chosen, but I ain't seen it. I mean, I really haven't. I'm not really impressed, man. I mean, I'm sure that there is some chosen ones, but I just don't think none of you on my level. I really don't. I think that I know it's not possible because it was impossible for me to make it this far and survive all this. So in order for someone to shine more than me or be better than me in anything that I do, you'd have to have gone through more than me and I know it's not even possible. I mean, anything is possible. It's possible, but I know none of you got that kind of heart or willpower. That's a bat, dog. He just went right over my head. I think that's a bat. See, he's like talking to me. He's like letting me know he's around. He just went right here. I don't know if you saw it. That's crazy, right? This is one little guy. I think he's a bat. It kind of freaks me out. Batman was scared of bats, bro. Like, don't think I'm not a little nervous about him. You never know what they got. But if he's flying around, he's healthy. If he's just chilling out here, he's probably healthy, especially if he's been around for a while, a long time, because it's been like years. I don't know if that was a bat, but it looked like one, bro. But whatever it is playing with me because it just went right here. Like, I don't know if y'all could see it because it's dark, but it is what it is. Part of being Batman. But yeah, like I said, I don't make nothing up over here. I don't front. I don't flodge. Like I said, all y'all situations. I mean, I'll talk about you all I want. I get paid to talk about you. You all have run your mouth, a long time on the internet about things you can't. Can't nobody talk about me? What are you talking about? I can talk about whoever I want because none of you are anybody. So stop going on YouTube and acting like you're something that you're not. You're all nobodies. You're people who do temp work. Okay, you're people who are struggling to get by and barely get by, right? You penny pinching, you moochers, you don't own or have anything, you're not gangsters, you're not tough. So what do you mean? You have problems, okay? You have a lot of issues. You need tissues for your issues, but that's about it. You're not me. So it took way too much hard work for a grown man to think that I'm going to put up with some little nobodies trying to talk to me crazy. No, it's never going to happen. So, like I said, anything anybody got to say to me, like I said, don't talk online, talk in front of me. You feel me? Kick all that fake stuff in front of me. Feel me? And ain't nobody going to do it, just like nobody's going to ask to sign that waiver. I can guarantee you all that fake stuff. See, that's what they want to do. They want to play games, right, with gangsters, right? No, people don't do that, bro. That's some internet stuff. We don't do that, and we don't play like that. You understand? No, nobody's gonna play with me. I'm letting you know right now. We're gonna tell you what it is. Whatever you asking, we're gonna give you the answer. We're not gonna sit here and act fake for you. Like, nah, bro, don't bark up trees that you ain't about. Feel me? And don't ever talk about hands. Y'all don't have hands. Tyree Sneed got the best hands in the streets and on the planet. I'm a million and 0 in these streets. I'm victorious every time. I ain't took an L yet. What are you talking about? Bar security, I was a million and 0. I lost count, bro. I ran dudes off blocks up in New York, all over 6th Street, Austin, everywhere, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. Like, I literally get in the mix. I've got tons of stripes, bro. We don't run around talking about it because we don't whine like y'all and we don't self snitch, especially when we know snitches and informants always listening. Like, what? Oh, there's a lot I could talk about. I got tons of stories to tell. I've been in the streets for a long time running them. You know how much stuff I've been in? You couldn't even imagine, bro. The stuff I've been in, all of you could never have handled. Real talk. And I know how to control my adrenaline. I'm a monster, bro. God created a monster, and it's just that simple. And now all you got to deal with me. Straight up. All y'all got to deal with the monster you created. Don't cry now. You feel me? So, like I said, I'm the man. I'm going to keep on winning. And that's about it, man. Like I said, I'm going to stick with this training and try to keep on pushing myself whenever I can. I might take a day off, take some time off, try to recuperate my body, hopefully get some real good rest. And, you know, I try to take care of myself. I try the best I can. It's just hard, man. And it's just, it takes a toll on your body. I'm worn out, it wears you down, being Batman. But I also have this energy and power that God gives me that keeps me going. So I'm sure if people look at the channel, they're like, how the hell has he been doing this for 2+ years? I've been running like the Energizer Bunny. I do a lot, dude. So other than that, like I said, I need y'all to donate. I need to get me a new bicycle if possible. That would help me out. And like I said, I really need something that's electric. So I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like all y'all have an answer for everything. All y'all want free stuff. I'm not doing no training for free for nobody because it doesn't make sense to, right? Unless you're somebody that helps me and hooks me up with stuff and does me favors, right? Other than that, I mean, people who don't do nothing for me, why would I do training for you for free? Y'all have access to electric scooters. Why don't you let me borrow it? Why don't you sell it to me? Why don't you create some kind of deal? Create a payment plan. I don't care what it is. Y'all got mini motorcycles out here. Somebody like a mini motorcycle is like exactly that. I just saw it again. It's a little mini motorcycle thingy, right? And it's tiny. Trying to see if something's getting me or not on my leg. I don't even have socks on yet. So, uh, I mean, like I said, you got mini motorcycles. That's really what I need. I need a mini motorcycle that I feel like is okay because I'm not really comfortable with like gas engines right underneath me. I don't want to breathe all that stuff. But I've heard that they make them, and like if it ran legit, I would kind of want the engine to not be in the middle. I would want it behind me, and there for sure can't be like exhaust coming out if it's in the middle. So I don't know how that works, but I know if it was possible, that's what I really need, like a little mini motorcycle that I can just like get on that's small and I don't need a license to operate and I can just go through the bike lanes with it, but that's like super fast and I could like rev it up and gas it up and like I wish I could put like nitro on it, nitro, like hydro thunder. I That's what I need. I need a hydro thunder setting, but I need something that really moves and that's what would really help me to do my job. 'Cause that's what Batman do. Batman come like you all don't understand. You don't need a license to do this. You need something that moves quick and that's off road and that you can use in bike lanes. That's all you need. And you could do this in any city across this country in the exact same form and fashion. If you got something that goes on the sidewalk that's fast, as long as like I know how to drive, it's not like I'm gonna have an issue. As long as I'm careful and I don't like get in front of people and I stop and I'm respectful and give them time to move out the way or cross or whatever they're gonna do, which I would. You can do this in any city just like that. But like I said, Christina's gonna help me with everything. We'll get everything in line, everything in order. She's gonna help me fix up everything. We're gonna be straight. But I'm just saying. In the meanwhile, we got to think about right now and what we can do with the options available. And it just saw it again. It just flew right by me. Yeah, he's talking to me. Now he's going in a circle around me. There he is again. Bro, that's not a bird, bro. I don't think birds fly like that, bro. It's a bat. See, now he's like making himself real known. He just went by like 5 times. There he goes again. See, so he's going like this all across. There he just went right here. Can y'all see this, dog? Look at this. Let me see if I turn up the light. If that'll help. Let's see if you can see him. Right here. Like he's like right now, right in front of me. I don't think that's a bird. Now he just flew over my head. How is he over there and now he's over there? That's what I'm saying. I think it's a bat. Bats are magnificent creatures. Real talk. and they're not rodents. That's a fact. So, but that's the way that I'm going to be doing things, like just appearing in the dark. Everything is gorilla, you know what, fair, literally. And like I said, that's the thing. That's why I'm working on the angles, on creating angles within my training, because I understand. I mean, with what I do, man, it's common sense. I'm going to be coming up against 20 plus guys sometimes by myself. So, and like, they might be trained, they could be anybody, you know what I'm saying? They might be the best trained, people in existence, and it ain't going to matter because I'm stronger than everybody, and I'm literally like it. Like one of me is like 100 or like 1,000 of you. That's the truth. But like I have to work on the angles and the speed and the efficiency and the strength behind it and the power. And that's what I'm doing. This training is not for no purpose. This training is exactly what I'm going to be utilizing and having to use to hold my own, and not just hold my own, but run everything and take everything over and basically just enforce my will and enforce God's will. I'm the enforcer. You feel me? We don't ask no questions. I ain't here to talk. I don't care who you are. You come up against me, you're going to lose. Because you come up against me, you're coming up against God. That's the difference. The League of Shadows is real. I am the League of Shadows. So, like I said, all these people on YouTube, y'all ain't even a part of this. Y'all don't even know what's going on. Stay out of it, bro. Real talk. This is real over here. So, like I said, we run everything. We run the streets, and that's about it. But yeah, like I said, that's the thing. The more angles I can create, the more getting low, like Mike Tyson, and shifting and coming around. That's what Batman has to know how to do. And then I'm going to have the grappling thing so that I can literally attach to buildings and swing and be able to zip line to the building when I want, right? Or up to anything that's above me, like a bridge or anything. So I'll be able to literally cling to that, be able to get up there or whatever, and be watching, looking down on whatever. Let's say it was the 20 guys that came at me or whatever, right? Trying to stop me or whatever they're trying to do, right? Who probably work for some evil organization, right? Some evil illegal organization, right? So, then I'm up there and then they're like, well, where's he at? And then I drop down again. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing. You're creating angles, but see, with Batman, the point is that I'm going to be able to glide and kind of fly and stuff. So it's even worse. I'm going to have a bigger cape that flaps just like in the movie when it goes, when you hear the flapping. It's going to be like that because I'm going to be moving, and it's going to catch wind when I'm moving. Like I'm thinking the whole thing out. I understand it perfectly. This is who I am and what I was born to do. So you have to understand, like 20 guys coming up against me, I'm going to be a problem. Like that's not even going to be like that's honestly 20 dudes against me is still going to be. It's not even going to be. It's not going to be difficult. It's going to be easy. That's just the truth. I'm just being honest because the training I'm doing, bro, like I said, I'm gonna be doing this for a minute too, regardless whether I get the money or not. I'm gonna always be training, and I just got to be completely on point. I got Christina to take care of. You know what I mean? My job is to make sure that I'm good. You feel me? No matter what, and that I make it through everything, and I'm straight. You know what I mean? And I'm ready for whatever, man. Pain don't scare me. Going through things, even the scariest things, really don't scare me, man. I'm built different. So if you want to call that crazy, psychotic, whatever, you go ahead. I don't care. I was built to do this. This is my job and my purpose on this planet, and I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? But like I said, that's the thing. I'll be flying around, moving around, shifting, everything, climbing, hanging upside down. I got to practice all that stuff too. I'm probably going to have my own room built too. Christina's going to help me with this, with everything. I'm probably going to have a room built where I practice that type of stuff. Like I'm picturing like I don't know if it's going to have like poles on the roof coming down or something. It's going to be built in a certain way where I can be able to work on the grappling thing in there and climbing, and just so that I'm always used to it and creating angles with it. I mean, I'm going to be grabbing on the poles and shifting around them, and then coming back down and figuring out how to come back down and then do the grappling thing in the air and then zip line to the other side of the building. Like you don't get, this is a whole thing. I'm developing and turning into and becoming, more so the real Batman. I already am, but I mean, this is all a real thing. That's what y'all don't get. And then imagine a Batman like that that's flying around and zip lining around you, and you can't figure out where he's really at, and then much less in the dark, because most of the stuff is going to be in the dark. It's going to be at night when I'm operating. So, like, when you're, imagine how scared the enemy will be when you got a Batman that you don't know where he's at and what he's doing, and he's like standing above you, and you're being freaked out because you're like, he's over here 1 minute, just like the bat. That's what I'm saying. The bat's telling me something. So you're over here 1 minute, then you're over here. They can't get a grip on what's going on, and it's I already know it's going to be very disorienting for whoever the enemy is. You understand? It's going to freak people out, man. That's the truth. People are going to be like, like, like they're going to be scared, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, this is what I do, man. I don't get like I was born to do this. I've been knowing this my entire life, bro. Real talk. This is why when I was a little kid, I was running around those mirror mazes, like trying to scare, random people. Like I didn't realize this is really who I am. No wonder I'm so into the dark and all this stuff. Like I get it now, like it's my passion, so, I was built to do this and I am fear. I literally have become fear. So yeah, you ain't scaring fear, buddy. I am fear, bro. Does it look like there's any fear in my eyes? Think I'm playing? What are you talking about? Y'all funny, bro. I'm not a YouTuber. Miss me with them fake stories and that fake stuff, bro. You feel me? This is what I do, homeboy. I have no fear. I have it my entire life. What? Feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm more than ready. You understand? For everything. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to just get busy. I can't wait till God give me all this money. Real talk, because I'm confident, bro. Like I'm already so strong. I know, like the minute I put on that bat suit and it's like proofed and bulletproofed and everything, and then I create the grappling thing and learn what kind of rope, like if it's steel cable or whatever, I can zip line from and be able to move and attach and do what I need to do and move around. I just know that it's all going to come together perfectly, bro. Like I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to be unstoppable. You understand? So it is what it is, and the world's never seen anything like it. And what you're gonna understand is I'm gonna hide my identity. I'm not gonna tell y'all anything. This is not gonna be a YouTube thing. It's gonna be a big screen thing. It's gonna be a big deal, and I'm gonna make the news all the time. And people are gonna be like, yeah, there's a Batman. They're probably gonna get photos of me and it's gonna make the papers everywhere. It's gonna be a big deal, and I'm just gonna appear in different places, New York, Cali, different areas, and it'll be real random too, because that's the way I like to move. It'll be randomness with a purpose. I am chaos, bro. That's what y'all don't get. Y'all are agents of chaos. I am chaos. You understand? So I'm about to have a field day. So you don't get it. Other people, like if they ever actually got some money because all y'all broke and can't afford a hot dog, you just sit around and do nothing. I get money, I go be Batman. I get so much more enjoyment. You know how much gratification I get out of this stuff? This is what I live for, bro. You feel me? Like now I have my purpose. When I had all the money back in the day, I wish that I would have known and I wish that this was what I was doing, but I just wasn't there yet, and I was bored all the time. Like I had tons of money, I didn't even know what to do with it. And I was just bored though, because you just don't know who you are or what to do yet. And then like I just wish I knew my purpose then, but it wasn't the right time. Now you give me millions of dollars, you give me money like that, I'm putting it all into being Batman, and like I'm just gonna always have this passion and fire for life because I love this. Like this is what I live for. See, I can't be normal. I can't work 9 to 5s. I was never meant for that. So you just did me a favor and gave me my blessing. Thank you. Thank you. With enemies like you, who needs friends? Feel me? I can't work no regular job. I can't have nobody pretend they in charge of me or my boss. I don't do any of that. I am the authority. You feel me? So it's like with me, it's never nothing no more, man. I found my purpose. I know what I'm here for and what I'm here to do, man. And I'm so happy about it. It's unbelievable. Feel me? So keep tuning in. That's my sternum. Keep tuning in. You're gonna see more and more, and you're just gonna see it all come together. And that's all I gotta say. All right. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, man. Take it easy. Oh baby. Oh yeah. They so mad, it's unbelievable, bro. Stay mad, man. We gonna keep on winning, bro. You know what I mean? I want to see y'all talk about reality about how Tyree Sneed is stronger than any human who ever walked this planet. Talk about that, all right? Or be quiet. Easy. More money, another check, and we gonna run that check up the rest of this month and get a big birthday check for me. Peace.